Season. LeBron James, J.R. Smith, Rodney Hood, George Hill, and Larry Nance. And the new look starting five for Cleveland.
We're going to require it.
Game for Nance, and George Hill, and Rodney Hood as members of the Cavaliers. Here's a three ball from J.R. Smith, the former Nugget.
Gives him other option.
Here's LeBron, Jamal Murray on him. Great pass by James to Nance. 2-hour drive to Laramie from
It's
here?
about a 2-hour drive, yeah.
I know, because anytime there'd be a game in Wyoming, we'd just stay in Denver.
As a scorer, to make that work, he's got to unlock that passing with his scoring.
Touch pass by James to Nance, and Gary Harris hits from him on the season. And James, what do you guys think of it? Millsap over James. George Hill, and that's not easy. Over. And a turnover. Rodney Hood the other way for the easy two, and it's a... Jokic goes right at Nance, short, but the tip is good.
Games that Millsap has been back, there's been too much of a willingness to defer as Hood.
I just think you got three new starters out there learning to play with one another, but the energy and enthusiasm, which you really need, is there.
Here's Gary Harris from out. Here's J.R. Smith, who is the all-time. He needs to understand that. James powering his way against Gary Harrison so far, but he scored in single digits in his last 3 games after going 20 straight in double figures.
He says, well, Millsap will make the difference.
It's about Paul. That's
yeah.
What he said, yeah. James kisses it home. Made it to the conference finals in 2009. Jokic, and uh-oh, he's hurt. Jokic holding his right knee. Meanwhile, he'll face the Lakers. Here's Plumlee trying to back down Nance, and he's able to do so. George Hill, this is the 10th game for Hill, Hood, Nance since coming over in the trades. As James
Having some athleticism, and you got a lot of guys there with not a lot of playoff experience that are just enthused to be here.
Are you with Chauncey on that, DB?
I am, and it was interesting. Chauncey and I were just talking in the break a second ago.
Shape and playing good. Having a dynamic roller opens up three-point shooters. And it opens up for DB.
Yeah.
It opens up all the three-pointers. You don't have to call plays.
Plumlee gets the basket. See if Cleveland goes for a 2-for-1. 9 different Cavaliers have scored. Clarkson a pull-up 3. It's good. By Denver, traded on draft night for Nick Van Exel.
Hey, do you marvel at anything about him as a coach relative to what you knew as a player? Conference playoff positioning. So his experience and maturity hopefully can help.
Green flips it up and in over 21 points per game. Had 23 at Cleveland in a win over the weekend. Here's Osman with a pull-up. It's good. Was drafted 3 years ago by Minnesota and then traded to Cleveland. Devin Harris left open.
I'm not surprised they ran the same exact play to see if they can get the same exact mistake.
Lyles, great move along. And also watching on the ESPN app. Guys, did you ever think that we'd be talking in early March as Korver hit Beasley for 3? Plumlee having a nice game off the bench. Jokic has not come back in, by the way, since that pass attempt. But then Osman gets it right back. Clarkson with a blow-by. Beautiful English off the... Clarkson with 4 to shoot. Here's Jeff Green, has to turn and fire, and he gets the...
Why? They don't have a lot of champions on their roster. It's going to come down to experience. I think Chris Paul, the Chris Paul factor, when I back down little guards, and I'll leave it at that.
So it's your backside is what you're trying to say.
I couldn't jump, but I could get where I needed to go.
Harris on the drive, and Gary Harris.
He will. He's going to compete both sides. And like I said, he's making big shots and taking them every single night now.
Millsap with his second.
Hard roll.
Another Denver.
At its best, it's moving and popping.
Again, Nance started that with a passing. It ends up with a long 6-game road trip. No back-to-backs, though, for the Cavs. Turnover by Cleveland. Numbers for Denver. Murray takes it all the way. Finishes and a foul.
I wouldn't be doing that in the middle of my season, I'll tell you that. Like the pace they're playing with. Ball's not sticking and not moving.
Wow, Murray hanging. Cleveland clinging to a 5-point lead. James pulls it back and fifth straight.
West, so it was 7 straight, but you talking NBA Finals, that is a tall, tall order.
Murray stops, pops, and hits. Clock starts on the touch. Here's James into the lane over Jokic. It's good.
Best quarterback all time. We're talking. You guys are talking about the city of Denver.
No.
Because there's only one GOAT.
No.
Best record in the East. Jamal Murray, no good. Denver battling with a handful of teams for positioning either. Speaking of bargains, Jokic is making 1.4.
Oh, wow.
This year. That's going to change in a couple of years. There's a job by Chandler to keep it alive. Jokic for 3. It's good. The rim. LeBron pulls up, cans.
And that they never rolled over, but he did say LeBron James is picking us apart. We also need to value the ball more. Asked him.
Changing the angle of the screens, not letting the defense get set.
Correct. It's a subtle shift, but his body positioning is.
George Hill finds Nance, and Nance together.
Sure.
And then Tristan Thompson, he's due to return in a couple weeks as well.
Hey.
Here's James, and that's 11. LeBron with 30, Hood has 13. Jokic, he wanted to pass, and there's Nance with another screen on George Hill. Hill hits the jumper
with a big guy.
James on the attack, just bullying Murray. Great behind the back.
Thompson and Lowry. Fred VanVleet. They are starting to close games with that guy. What a story.
Just showed Gobert and the difference he's made with Utah. They're now 5 games above 500. Zizic from James. Here's Jokic. Has 20 points tonight on 7 shots. He's 6 of 7 from the floor. Make it 7.
Any pick and roll action. It is. I mean, there's no communication. There's no.
For his last 6 games, Rodney Hood playing his 10th game as a member of the Cavs. Tough shot by. After the Hood miss, numbers here for Denver. Murray kind of fumbled it. Still gets it to Harris, and he's
trying to get ready.
Well, he's a former player. He lived that too. Jokic rainbow.
Nicole's aggressive like that, looking to score first. He puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defense. The key also.
That's just a know your personnel.
Barton fights Plumlee underneath for this on the year.
The Cavaliers really struggling in the second half, shooting the basketball down to 33% chunks. 15-2 run to tie this thing up.
They trailed by 16 at one point. They have not got 7 points tonight in 11 minutes off the pine. Plumlee gets a great pass from him for its first advantage of the game. And it's Plumlee. That's power on power. And Plumlee gets falling back. In and out. Bounced and came out. Now Korver sizing it up. Buries.
To stay home again.
James
with Korver on the block.
How about James? He pinned. James finds George Hill. And that's net 10. He's averaged a triple-double since February 1st. So 9 straight points for Cleveland. Jokic. Korver in his 15th season, 36 years old. Millsap fires underneath. Barton off the win.
By Rodney Hood.
Dance with 13 points and 13 boards. Jokic gets the bounce.
Would have been an offensive foul on Will Barton.
James with 4 goes right. Jokic draws. Jokic. There's the aggressive. A game-high 34 for Jokic. LeBron James 3. Good! To Jokic here. Here's Paul Millsap, a $90 million man. He skies to the rim. Here comes the screen from Nance. James. Wow. James against Chandler with 5. LeBron driving, falling away over Chandler. Good! Cavaliers start the road trip right. They improved to 38 and 26. LeBron.